you need to impact or affect as much as you can to align cognitively with the audience prior to an event taking place. You've got one shot to get it right, because once you hit go, that event is going. I'm Ben Morsom, and this is Engagement Decoded, where I share insights and tips on how to better, more effectively navigate engagement with audiences, so you can stop guessing and fight for the attention of those you want to connect with. People often ask me for an example of intentional engineered engagement. We worked with this one client that were producing exceptional expos of the grandest scale, no expense spared, extraordinarily brilliant creative. We went in there on the basis of doing what we call an experience audit, something that we do very often with our clients, where we go in and look at an experience from the cognitive perspective of an audience. How well is the event resonating or not resonating, and why? And what we found were quite a few scenarios where unintentionally things were working in an adverse way towards the audience. They were causing an adverse effect on the audience, meaning in one example for a product demo that was open air and very creative, required the participants to actually struggle to pay attention, to actually use more cognitive energy to pay attention than they should. Remember, engagement isn't just what you do, it's what you don't do as well. You need to make it easier for an audience to pay attention. And in this case, we witnessed audience members having to stand on their tiptoes, for example, to look over people in front of them because it was a standing room only type of experience. That took energy, physical energy as well. They had to struggle to focus because there were things happening in the background, the distant background. Now, our recommendations were very simple. They were about moving things. In one case, 5 feet to the left would stop a visual distraction in the background. But what that did is educate this client to consider these types of factors in their next round of design for their event the following year, and make creative designers more consciously aware of these factors they hadn't previously considered, and how they would impact or affect the audience that had to be participating in that experience. Sometimes creative can be just for the sake of being creative, and we forget how it's being received by the audience. And this just basically enabled these designers to now look at things through a lens of a GPS, for example, that's going to guide them on their future designs and help the audience resonate. One of the byproducts that we witnessed, one of the physical symptoms we witnessed from the design of that experience were people giving up and walking away to seek restoration. The following year, this was not witnessed because of these changes and the fact that they were creating more neurodiversity in their events by designing more restorative environments within the spaces. You know, one of the early realizations I had about engagement was that you cannot necessarily affect it in real time, or you definitely cannot affect it once the event is taking place to the extent that you would hope to be able to. That you need to impact or affect as much as you can to align cognitively with the audience prior to an event taking place. You've got one shot to get it right, because once you hit go, that event is going. This is why we say get the math right before you hit go. Use insights and learnings as much as you can to inform every design decision, and ask yourself when you are going to design something, the reason why and what you hope to get out of this, and does it help propel your audience in that consistent direction towards a behavioral outcome that you hope to achieve. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Engagement Decoded. Do you want to learn more? Hit that subscribe button below and never miss an episode to learn how to increase engagement with your audience. I'm Ben Morsom, and thank you for watching.